Hey guys, Heather here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. On this channel, I like to cover income earning opportunities that you can do from home and talking about different types of social media tips. I will be having some more videos coming out in regard to social media. I have been on Facebook for since 2007, and before that I was on MySpace. So I've been online for quite a while. And there's just a lot of things that I've learned throughout my time being on social media, being on Facebook, being on Instagram. So I just want to kind of share things that I've learned, things that I've just kind of, learned from personal experience and doing certain things and learning like right from wrong and all of that. But today's video, I want to talk about my top 3 side hustles. I really don't like that term, honestly, but it's a good way to describe what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna say side hustles. So my top 3 side hustles. Now I do 5 or 6 different things from home to earn a little bit of extra money, and some pay more than others, and it also depends on like how much work you're getting, the time of year, the type of work that you're doing, all of that. But the reason why I'm listing these 3 is because they're probably the ones that either have paid me the most money, or they're ones that pay out, that add up pretty quick. So I wanted to share it with you guys. So without further ado, let's get on with this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when I upload my next video. And yeah, so my top 3 side hustles. Number 1, it is Appen. Appen was introduced to me by a friend on Facebook. And at first I was a little skeptical because I thought, scam, because of all the bad reviews. Now, I had known this friend for a long time on Facebook. I don't know her in person, but we talk all the time online. We haven't met in person because she lives in a totally different state than I do. But we've been friends on there for a long time. And she told me that she was making pretty good money with it and I should look into it. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna sign up, gonna check it out. At the very beginning, it was a little stressful because there were so many errors. There were so many issues that were going wrong. I was about to give up because I was so frustrated. I was like, customer service sucks, support sucks. I don't know if I want to move on with this. But I'm so thankful that I pushed through the errors and dealing with support, because I have made the most that I've ever made with Appen, with any other company. And on top of that, I don't have to, buy stuff in order for me to make money. It's like having, it's like a 9-to-5 job, only you are a contractor. So work does come and go, but you don't have to buy stuff to do that job. You just show up, you do the work, and you get paid for it. So you're probably wondering, what is Appen? Appen is a place where people can earn money by helping the development of artificial intelligence. So basically, you help train AI models. So if you don't like artificial intelligence, you don't like AI, and you're very like anti-AI, then this is not going to be for you. My second thing is probably not going to be for you either. Maybe the third thing might be something that you would be open to, because that's not so much AI. I mean, there might be some AI stuff on there, but it's not so much focused on AI as Appen is. So they have different payout methods. So the payout method that I use for Appen to get paid by them is PayPal. And I chose PayPal because all of my other jobs, except for maybe one, pays me through PayPal. So it's like, I want all my money to go into one spot and not have all these different payment methods. And then for pay, it's per tasks or hourly. So they have jobs where you may do, let's say you're doing like a voice thing where you have to read out prompts. You may do like 100, 200 of those and then get paid $20 or $15 or $60, and then that's like the end. You're done with that project. Whereas there are actually a lot of jobs that will pay you hourly as well. I am currently in one right now. It's kind of on pause, but they're hoping to bring it back soon, and that one pays $15 an hour. So it's based off of your hourly work that you're doing, that you're paid on. And then there is another one that I've been doing a lot of work in right now is an audio project where you rate audio files, but it's not based on right or wrong, it's based on your preference. So you're just sharing your opinion, like which audio do I like more, which one sounds better, which one sounds more natural, and I get paid for that. Now, it doesn't pay a whole lot. It's like anywhere between 9 and 20 cents per audio, but generally they have a lot of audios that you have to go through. So by the time you're done getting all the work done, especially if you're the only person doing the work, which it has been my case for the last several weeks. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm the only one that's been doing the work. And so you can easily make like $100 to $300 just doing this project. So seeing it as, oh, it's only 9 cents, that's not very much. Well, if you're doing like 400 audios or 1,000 audios, that does add up to being a good chunk of money. So that's what I'm doing right now. And there's other like payment methods that you can choose. PayPal is not the only one. But I definitely would highly recommend Appen. Like I said, I've made the most money I've ever made compared to the other side jobs that I'm doing. So I highly do recommend Appen. It's great. Just beware of scams. I will have the link to Appen's actual website. They only have one website, so beware of scams, because there's a lot of people that are trying to scam using Appen's name, and I've had people reach out to me and say, hey, they wanted me to like purchase this, and I had to buy this training. It's like, no, they don't charge you for that. If someone is trying to charge you for training or a course or whatever, it's a scam and it's not actually Appen. So just be very careful with that. Like I said, I'll have the link down below so you can go to the actual website and you can apply. If you have any questions about Appen, be sure to leave them down below. I also have a playlist on here where I've talked about Appen in the past as well, walking everybody through the new website, because I have a new website now. I also have an older video, but that one's outdated because that was with the old website. Moving on, number 2, my second top side hustle that I do from home is called DScout. I have also done a video on this, and the last one I've done a video on that as well, more in depth. So if you want more in-depth information or you have questions, be sure to let me know down below and I'll try to answer those questions, or I will do like maybe another video answering your questions. DScout is a user and product research company, and they do remote mobile-based studies. So basically what you're going to do, now again, I want to state that this is to help train, a lot of times it's to help train AI models. So if you're not into AI, you don't want nothing to do with AI, you probably don't want to do this company. But I will say that it's probably the second company that has paid me pretty good amounts of money doing studies. Now, you do have to go through a lot of applications and stuff, and you may be denied and not be approved for a study like 15, 20 times. So you just have to keep checking every single day, keep applying until something sticks. And I've done quite a few studies. There's a lot that I didn't qualify to do, because there's like a screener that you have to go through to see if it's if you're someone that they're looking for and they want you in that study, and if you're selected or not. Even if you qualify, doesn't mean that you are selected at the end, because they're only looking for, sometimes they're only looking for like 200 participants, or they may be only looking for 50 participants. It just really depends. But all I can say, keep applying, don't give up, and just keep trying them all out just to see if you're going to qualify and if you are selected. They also pay through PayPal as well. And they have two types of studies. They have express studies and they have application studies. So express studies are ones that are really quick, that can be done right away. So if you apply for it and you qualify, it's going to open up that study immediately. It will take you 20-30 minutes to do the study. They do give you a time limit. You have to do it within an hour and a half to 2 hours of accepting it. So accepting the invite. And they can pay anywhere between a couple bucks to like $20, or sometimes they're higher. It just really depends. So those ones are really quick. And then the application studies are ones that you actually fill out an application. If you qualify, it will let you know and it will let you submit the application, and then you have to wait for like 2 weeks to get a response to find out if you are accepted or not. If you're not accepted, you won't hear anything. If you're accepted, you will get an invite to join that study. And application studies can last like 2 to 3 months. They can be a week long. They can be a month long. They can be 6 months. Like, it just really depends. So that's the difference. Express studies are right away. They're quick, right on the spot study. And then the application studies are ones that are more longer, like 4 or 5 days a week or longer. And then the pay ranges from anywhere. I think the lowest one I saw was $1 or $2 per study, and that's normally like an express study that pays that. And then I think the highest study that I ever saw, I don't see this too often, but the highest one that I saw was $600. And it was an application study that lasted 2 months. So, or maybe it was 3 months, I don't remember. But the ones that last, the applications, the ones that are applications and they last for several months, generally are the ones that pay the highest. Or sometimes the ones that last like a week or two, they pay high as well. It could be like $200 payout. And sometimes you do have to buy something for a study, but they let you know right away, like, are you going to be taking a shopping trip? And if you can't do a shopping trip during a certain, week, then obviously you wouldn't be selected. If you're willing to do a shopping trip and you can afford to do a shopping trip, then you may be selected for that study and be able to do that. Like a recent study I had to do was online shopping with AI chatbots. So I had to purchase a trial. It was like a month trial for, I think it was for ChatGPT Plus, I think. I had to pay for it. It was like $20. So I had the money at the time, so I paid for it. And then when you finish the study, they pay you, the amount they owe you. And then they also pay you money back for the amount that you spent for the chat product. So sometimes stuff like that happens. Most of the time they don't have you like buy anything, and you just do the study for free, but sometimes you do have to buy stuff to do the study. So that is D-Scout. Moving on to my top third. So my top third side hustle is Prolific. Prolific is a online research platform. They do studies and surveys. A lot of them are really just like surveys, answering questions, sharing your opinion, stuff like that. And this company is actually based in the UK, but they have two payment methods. Not methods, but like two types of payouts. So they have pounds because they're a UK company, and then they have USD. Now, I think the reason why there's two separate ones is because some of the studies and surveys are based in the UK and some are based in the United States. So you're going to have two different amounts. So when you cash out from your Prolific to your PayPal account, you have to do a conversion rate. Now, if you transfer that money to your bank account, the conversion rate's going to happen right away. Or if you want to keep the money in your PayPal account and use like your PayPal business debit card or whatever, then you can convert that pounds into US dollars within PayPal, and vice versa, depending on where you're signing up from. And the reason why I chose Prolific as one of my top side hustles is not because I make a ton of money on there. I don't really make a ton. I mean, over time, it probably looks like a good amount, but the thing I like about Prolific is that it's super easy, for one, most of the time. Sometimes the studies are really hard and you end up not qualifying. But most of the time they're really easy, and it is so easy to get your money to go up. I am able to cash out weekly, and it will cover, you know, a coffee, maybe get some groceries at the store, maybe go to lunch with my husband, you know, stuff like that. And if you work on it all the time, like if you're on there Monday through Friday and you're constantly on there and you're doing all these studies as they come in, you can make pretty good money. I mean, my highest, I think my highest was like $50 in a week. So that's why I'm listing it. Now when you after your first payout, so when you get into your second payout, you have to have at least $6 in your balance, not your pending balance, but your actual payable balance, to be able to cash out. And the cashing out is instant, like goes right to your PayPal account. It's super, super quick. And then you can only cash out one time a day. So if you have some money in your balance, and you have, let's say you have like $30 in your balance, you can cash that out. And then if more money transfers over, like later in the day, let's say another $20 goes over to your balance from your pending, you won't be able to cash that out until the next day. So like 24 hours later from the first cash out time. So that's one thing, but I really love it because it's allowed us to bring in some money like every single week. I'm able to cash out and help get some groceries, you know, like get a bag of coffee, get some milk, get some eggs, like whatever I need to do with it or whatever I want to use it for. And yeah, and those are my top 3 side hustles that I do from home. I've done more in-depth videos about these things, but these are the top 3 that I highly recommend if you're wanting to make an income from home. So Appen, D-Scout, and Prolific. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.